What's up, Lean Bulk? AndrewNico back here. Had to do a quick legs workout today. Only ran about half an hour. I got to the gym pretty late, and by the time I got there, I was only going to have 45 minutes to an hour to actually work out. And I get there, I'm trying to think about what my routine's going to be, and I run into my boss, who I work running this cheerleading camp with, and he ends up running his mouth and chewing off my ear for about half an hour. So by the time I finally get warmed up and get hitting the weights, I have like half an hour left, so it kind of sucked. But I thought to myself, I have a half hour, I'm just going to work out for a half hour. I'm not going to take any breaks, or whatever breaks I take, it's just going to be, to catch a drink or to sit down for a second or two. And that's pretty much what I did. I posted my workout down below here. I only did 3 things, but those 3 things had me limping out of the gym. I had one of the regulars in the gym come up to me and ask me if I was okay, because I've never really limped that hard after a workout, and I actually got there after him, and I was leaving before him. So he was kind of mind equal blown, but didn't really matter. All my reps were to hypertrophy. All my sets were to hypertrophy. So my legs were jacked up. My quads were, I can't even express. My quads hurt so much from the amount of blood that was in them. I was in the seated leg curl. You see, I superset it seated leg curls and leg extensions. I was in the seated leg curl, and you know how it's set up, and you put the thing down onto your legs. I was going through the refs, and the freaking it's padded though, and the thing is, there's so much pressure on my legs, and every time I pull down, every time I curl down, there's just an abundance of pressure. Like the blood just like, oh, freaking hurt, but it felt good. It gave me the energy to keep pushing through. So that was nice. I dosed again 2 Need2Slins with my morning meal. Had about 120 grams of carbohydrates this morning, so that definitely bumped up my pump a little bit. And then I dosed my other 2 caps throughout the day, one with each meal, carb meal. Last one was roughly 8 o'clock with my last carb meal. That's pretty much it though. Not that much is going on. I'm on day, oh gosh, what day is it? I'm going to go on a limb and say day 12 of my epic Need2 Extravaganza Slin Extreme Pump Supreme Log times 5. But, I mean, it's alright. It's all good. Not really too much to rant about today. Maybe tomorrow I'll have something. Actually, yes, tomorrow I will have something, because I have lab, and my lab instructor in the micro fabrication lab in the clean room has the thickest southern accent, and I do an imitation of him that is spot on. And I'm sure that we'll get him to say something funny tomorrow, because he always says something funny. I'm going to give you guys a little preview. There is this Russian kid in our class, biggest fucking douchebag ever. I'm sure everyone has one of those kids in their class too. But he asks the most ridiculous questions, and he raises his hand in class. And I have no problem with people asking ridiculous questions. But this guy raises his hand in class, he gets called on, he's like, oh, hang on, what were we talking about? I just zoned out. And I was like, I'm sitting, behind him to the right, and I was looking at the kid like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this kid, I don't know, I just wanted to smack him upside the head. But anyway, we're in lab, and this kid asked our lab instructor some weird question, and had nothing to do with what we were going over. And my lab instructor turns around, his name's Sean. Sean turns around, and he goes, what kind of dumbass question is that? I got no fucking idea what you're talking about right now, boy. And, oh man, I started like cracking up, because he just called the kid out, and oh man. It was pretty hilarious. There's so many rants that this guy goes on. He's like me, only with a thick southern accent. So if I talked like this the entire time, that'd be what Sean was. I swear to God, that'd be him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you guys another example. So we was in the lab one day, and one of our TAs is Chinese. So we were talking about people with blonde hair, and she didn't know what blonde hair was. Because apparently in China, they don't have very many people with blonde hair. So So Sean goes up to the internets, and he goes to Google, and he's about to type something in. He's I don't know if I should type in blonde. I'm afraid what's going to pop up. But he typed it in, and somehow we got to famous blonde actresses, and we're going through it, and I start to walk away. I'm doing something else in the clean room, and he goes, "Oh, and here is the biggest slut in America." This is in front of like women and shit, and I come turn around and see who he has on the screen, and Pamela Anderson is just on the screen, and he starts talking about Baywatch and his, oh man. But I'm sure he'll have something funny to say tomorrow, which I will then relay to you guys in internet land, and you guys can check out how funny that is. But until then, Nico out.